coming in to highlight to Waltham Forest that the rents in the borough are far too high, people just can't afford it, wages are being driven down, jobs are being cut, and we're here to say that if we were elected in May in the elections, trade unionists and socialist coalition candidates would fight for rent controls in the borough to bring rents in the private sector to in line with social housing rents and to make sure that everyone can afford a decent place to live.
Waltham Forest, hear us say, rents are too high to pay. What do we want?
Rent control!
When do we want them?
Now!
What do we want?
Rent control!
When do we want them?
Now!
This city is unaffordable and it's be allowed to come that way through privatisation of public housing. We're standing candidates, working class candidates. In May, the Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition were standing candidates calling for no cuts and calling for rent controls.
So we need rent controls in this area because people pay up to about £1,400. I've met people in the streets who say they pay £1,400. And in this area the average income is around £20,000. So it's completely out of control. So we're standing and putting forward the idea of controlling rents, rent councils to make rents fair.
And what we're saying is working class people could do a better job than the politicians we've got at the moment, who have done the bankers' bidding in communities like this, who have cut jobs and services, they've cut children's services, they've cut libraries, and at the moment we're having a campaign on housing. We've lost 25% of our public housing through Labour and Tory and Liberal policies that have cascaded locally. We've seen the mass privatisation of housing, which means people have got nowhere to live and are forced into the arms of private landlords. So we are out campaigning and we'll be campaigning over the next couple of months. We ask you to help us and vote for us, and if you're really angry, consider standing with us. The money's all spent!
We can't pay our rent!
What do we want?
Rent control!
When do we want them?
We're here at the crossing at Baker's Arms because we've had our first roadside protest to demand rent control in Waltham Forest. We've been getting the cars coming to work to support us, leafleting people, showing ordinary working class people that there's an alternative standing in Waltham Forest in the 2014 elections.